For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman.
Be part of the conversation, protect the Cebu vote. I'm Fred Langido, and this is Know Your Candidate, an election special of the Freeman and Banat News to help you make the right choices. Who among the candidates deserve your sacred vote? Let's get to know them up close and personal. And joining us this afternoon is a congressional candidate for the 4th District of Cebu Province, Mr. Salvador Cariaga. Mr. Cariaga, good afternoon. Welcome to the Freeman.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm grateful. Salamat nga inyo kung invite nini. It's a rare opportunity for me. It's a great platform na madunggan ang mga dili ilado nga mga kandidato.
We make sure that we give a fair treatment to all the candidates, Mr. Cariaga. So, to start off, who is Mr. Cariaga?
I am a independent, no party, no army, no money, non-traditional politician, not a dynasty. I tell people I am organic, patriotic, dynamic, aptik, dili adik, o way atik-atik.
Well, by the way, what do you do for a living, Mr. Cariaga?
I am a poverty fighter. I'm a human rights activist. I help fight poverty and help break the cycle of dependency in the context of Christianity.
So, what's your source of income, sir, if you don't mind?
I'm a missionary.
Okay.
And I live from the grace and generosity of others around me. As a farmer, I eat what's around my farm, and I teach people how to become self-sustaining. I believe in trade, not aid, hand up, not hand out, teaching people how to fish, not just giving people fish.
Yeah. I hope you understand why I'm asking your source of income. You know how politics works in the Philippines. Now, of course, for you to be able to put up a decent campaign, you need to have source of income. You need to have money. You need to have a political machinery for you to put up a good fight. I hope you understand that.
I understand that, but I'm trying to fight that. And I want to offer an alternative to the Filipino people, not just to my constituents in 4th District. Nga pwede daitang nga mulansad nga way kwartahay, way palitay, o way tikasay. And I want to influence a new generation of leaders who will do the same. By the end of this campaign, I know I'm going to lose, but I'm not going to lose a lot of money. One of the two are going to be crying because they have lost not only millions, but maybe over 100 million peso. Whereas me, I use this as a platform to provide a new alternative political way of running for political office. And that is not using money, but ideas. Using energy, not tarpaulin, and not advertising. That's why I'm so glad nga there's a station like this who give people like me an opportunity to have a voice. And so I'm very grateful.
Sir, your educational background, what's your highest educational attainment?
I'm a
You speak well.
Thank you. Yes, I'm a farmer. Itumon, lagumon, bisdakon, kandingon. Pero I am...
Parehas ta.
We're brothers. Yeah. And I am US educated.
All right.
I'm a world traveler. I'm an international speaker. I am well versed in a lot of things, especially in fighting poverty and addressing the basic needs of human beings. And so as a congressional candidate, I think I have a very good grassroots solution unsaon pagsulbad sa mga problema sa among distrito.
Again, what's your highest educational attendance?
College.
Sir?
Yes.
College.
College.
What course?
I'm Bachelor's of Arts in Communication and Theology.
That's good. No wonder you speak well. Sir, your plans and programs, if ever, legislative agenda.
Like I said earlier, I'm US educated. I am probably the most qualified among all three candidates. And of course, I am the least known. And my legislative agenda is very much grassroots, which is fighting poverty, breaking the cycle of dependency through trade, not aid, dili ayuda, kun dili trabajo. And I'm going to use my life's experience in dealing with the poor, in helping people achieve self-sustainability and break the cycle of dependency.
Legislative agenda, how can you translate that into possible laws?
Very good. In my district, one of the greatest need is tubig o trabajo. And so if I win, I'm going to focus on those two major things that our people need.
Tubig and trabaho.
Tubig and trabaho, two T's. Ang bugo karon is hard up tungod kay ang central, the sugar processing plants have closed. And daghan na kayo mga bakanting mga yuta tungod kay dili nila maugmat kay may tubig. Ultimo, para kinahanglan lang sa balay is being rationed. Especially now we're going to Quaresma, the wells are running dry. So how much more para sa mga livestock o para sa mga agricultural place? And so if I win, I'm going to tackle something that no politicians in my area has ever dealt with, is to address water. And not just water nga gikan sa yuta, because those are not sustainable, but rather build bodies of water that will be collected from the rain. And this in turn can irrigate the land, produce electricity that is needed in the community, produce tourism that will invite people from all over the country, and produce a habitat where fish can thrive and people can fish and people can swim and do a lot of things. These should have been addressed 50 years ago. Unfortunately, because of the magnitude of the task, politicians are more interested in getting elected by giving ayuda and ad infinitum, and it will continue unless somebody brave enough and capable enough know how to raise the money, know how to find the capital, and be able to consolidate the much needed technology, engineering that will make it possible.
Don't you think you would be suited more if you run for an executive position rather than a legislative position, gauging from your plans and programs?
That has been asked from me before, but I find the congressional line more attractive. The administrative role will eat up all your time, and you are dealing with details. I'm more individually into big picture, and my leadership is basically on a visionary scale. And so I'm a fundraiser, I'm a builder of community, and I'm an equiper of power and responsibility for those around me. So the legislative gives me the freedom to go beyond what administrative role gives me, and that is through legislation. The need for water is going to require legislative approval, funding from the Congress. This in turn will not be funded by the Congress. You have 300 congressional candidates fighting for over $1 trillion pesos, which is not enough. The congressional budget is only 70 million per Congress. You cannot do anything with 70 million. To build a dam, you're going to need to go to other countries who have the resources to build what's needed to do. And as a fundraiser, I was able to build a community in Bogo without government help. And I'm going to use my expertise in trying to get grants, approaching philanthropists, going to rich countries who have a budget to help impoverished communities. My counterparts are limited to the traditional way of doing politics, not bringing companies to come to our place to build factories, not going after international aid agencies to help fight, alleviate poverty. These things requires a certain mindset and specialty. And God has blessed me with that opportunity with my international experience. And so that's why I'm running for Congress,
But
not for mayor.
you don't need a legislative I mean, you don't need a law to raise funds to ask for funds from foreign donors, don't you think?
You will need first to be able to create a bill that will allow the creation of these monumental dams. And this needs approval of the Congress. And that being the case, once it's approved, needs to be secured. Money needs to be secured locally, which cannot be provided. And that will give me the license to go all over the world to seek those funding.
Okay, it's as you said, it's not a traditional way of
No.
looking at things, you know. But what do you think is your edge over the two uh, your two opponents who are members of a political clan and I would say belong to a well-oiled political party?
I have the experience. I have the grassroots history. Nagyog ko sa front and center sa fighting poverty and breaking the cycle of dependency. Naanak ko ang pulso sa mga tao. Even in campaigns, ako ray mugawas, mubaktas, nakabutas, manginhas. Literally, in the ocean as well as in the streets with people. And so people just need to know me because I'm the most qualified, I'm the most experienced. I have the ability, the organizational ability to be able to get the work done. And being in the religious sector, I wish to be incorruptible. I want to fight corruption. I want to go after and support and protect the poor. And so as an activist in that particular area, I have the greatest advantage compared to them. My disadvantage is I'm not known. And so I'm grateful for opportunities like this.
Have you been elected to a public office before?
No.
No. So this is your second time
It's
running for public office, but you have not been elected to any public office before.
No. So I'm a new blood. I'm a fresh blood. I bring something new to the government. I bring something new to the people. And mao na nga kinahanglan ang Pilipinas og bag-ong dugo. And one of the things I'm going to do, and I'm already doing, is I'm trying to influence the new generation to run. Run like me. Don't let money stop you from serving. Because if the good people will not serve, the bad people will. And majority of our political officials are from that side. They are traditional, they are dynasties, and what have we become? We have remained to be a poor third world country, while other nations have prospered.
Do you think our voters have matured already to, elect a candidate without experience, without political machinery?
That's what I'm running for. This campaign is not just to win, but to educate our people. And I know I'm a long shot, and that's okay. This is not a 100-meter dash. It's not even a marathon. To me, this is a relay in which I plant the seed, and the next generation will continue it. Even if I do not win or lose, I think I win.
Your ultimate goal in running is to create awareness, not to win the position that you're running for.
I'm going to try to win, pero that's not my only purpose. I have seen that in the political scene sa atong nasod, we are so obsessed with winning that politicians will try to win at all cost. They will violate every election law. They will buy votes, which is the scourge and the cancer of democracy. They will cheat, they will lie, they will do anything evil under the sun, including kill, to win. That doesn't follow my Christian values. My value is to present myself, and it is up to the people to decide. And if I lose nothing.
By the way, what's your denomination, sir?
I belong with the Churches of Christ. We're independent. We're Bible-based. We are Christ-centered. And so we will be considered conservative, which I think is one of the best way to approach life.
What's the political climate in the 4th District right now? I mean, as the campaign progresses.
Being a newbie and being an unknown, I don't feel the heat that the two candidates are doing. Being one who has not invested monetarily, ako kay kandidato nga way tarpulina. And so mo na nga way tarpulinahay, way kwartahay, way palitay. And so from my standpoint, I'm very relaxed as far as emotionally and is concerned. But I start my campaign at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it doesn't end until 9 o'clock at night.
How do you go about your campaign?
Baktasay.
Baktas lang.
Baktas lang, yes. I was watching the two candidates, nagkaraban sila. I mean, hundreds of vehicles.
Okay.
And, it's a one-man show. No, it's not a one-man show. I am gathering a lot of young people.
Volunteers.
Volunteers.
Okay.
And I am planting seeds of idealism to them. And that's why one of my mottos is organic, dynamic, abtik, way atik-atik, dili adik, and patriotic. And so I believe that the young people are my best partners because they're still in that stage where they have not given up on their country. And my job is to inspire and educate them, and hopefully they will take the baton of legacy that I will leave to them.
You're based in Bugo.
Bugo,
right?
yes.
Your residency in Bugo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you covered the entire 4th District already?
No. Lisod covered by Baktas, no.
Oh.
So last election I walked 500 kilometers, and this time I'm going to try to duplicate that, but I will have different groups covering different places at the same time. Ang among tarpulina mga sako sa bugas, and we hope to be able to finish with at least 1,000 by the end of the campaign. I'm into that because I'm into recycling. I detest the tarpulina that are already against the COMELEC law in terms of size, and COMELEC doesn't do anything about that. And I find them detestable because COMELEC gives you a budget of 1 million less. If you are a congressional candidate with political party, 3 pesos per voter.
Yes.
These guys have gone past 1 million by just the tarpaulina.
The law is Jurassic.
Panaylabot ang sobre and left and turn, not to mention the political machinery and the stuff that they do.
Yeah.
If you're looking for an honest guy, look at me. Sako Cemento cannot, use up 1 million even if I produce, thousands of them. And these are done by volunteers. These are done by young people. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud with my sako right next to the giant billboard of those, And the thing is, sir, how can tarpulina nga mag-inatubangay can be able to tell the voters kung kinsay mas competent, mas capable, mas hardworking? Hay maayo kung ang mag-atbangay tao like this one, kaysa mga tarpulina mag-atbangay, who's got the biggest one and who has the most. Those do not discern who is a more qualified candidate. And so I'm so glad that your company, your media outlet is doing what you're doing, and I wish more would.
On national issues, your stand on national issues, for example, if ever you get elected as representative of the 4th district, of course, national issues like the West Philippine Sea, the impending impeachment trial of the vice president would naturally fall uh, in Congress, no? Where you will become a member of, if ever you get elected, your position on the West Philippine Sea.
Well, first of all, I'm a speaker. I'm a trained speaker. If I ever get there, I will be speaking publicly every time they will give to me. And in the last 8+ years, I've been a vocal human rights activist. I have probably written more articles against the extrajudicial killing than anybody on Facebook. I'm a prolific writer and I'm a prolific speaker. And so that gives you my position on these issues. The West Philippine Sea is ours. United Nations have already granted us and declared us that we have the right for these things. It is stupid, it is folly, and it is treason for anybody to say it belongs to China and that the Philippines should be one of the provinces of China. And so how can a president give up a territory that belongs to us? And now with China becoming more aggressive, they're taking over the Philippine Sea. So Philippines should stand for its national sovereignty. It's not about ICC. It has very little to do with national sovereignty. The territories are your legitimate, obvious sign of your sovereignty. So in those cases, yes, I will stand for the fighting of our. We don't have to go to war, but we can fight it in many different ways, and there are legal forms to do that. And United Nations has given us a platform to do that.
Impending impeachment trial of the vice president.
That's an issue that I have not been as well aware of, but it seems obvious based on the Quadcom hearings that there is an overwhelming evidence. There's no reason why a vice president would have a secret fund. It is not a military institution that she was running. And millions and billions of, the largest budget of the Philippine government is not military. It's not agriculture.
It's education.
It is education.
Yes.
And so
that's under the Constitution, mandated under the Constitution.
And it should be. It should be.
Yes.
And so that requires transparency because it involves a lot of money. And there's obviously lack of accountability of those who held those money. And it doesn't just refer to the vice president. Anybody, any government official should not hide behind confidential funds because it is not confidential. It's people's money. And so if I am elected, I will speak strongly, loudly, vocally against corruption that is not just endemic to the office of the vice president or the education. I think it is across the board.
And for you, it's but right that the vice president was impeached by the House of Representatives.
She should. She should.
She was already impeached, actually.
Yes. Yeah. And thank God for that. Because government officials should be held accountable for governments, for the people's money. Period. No questions asked.
On the members of the House of Representatives spending a lot of government funds for ayuda. When you become a congressman, God willing, will you allow that to continue or will you do something to cut that off?
Ayuda is a cheap politician's way of getting elected. Ayuda is an incompetent politician's way to get in people's hearts and votes. Ayuda is a temporary solution to a permanent problem. Ayuda is a sign that politicians are not interested in long-term solution to the country's problems. The Philippines is in debt of almost 14 trillion pesos. And some of those go all the way back to the time of Marcos. Even this present administration, is guilty of using ayuda to get into the good side of the people on a short-term basis. Ayuda should be stopped. It is not the solution to our problem. Ang kinahanglan sa mga tao, dili ayuda, kundi trabaho. Politicians will promise you to take care of you from birth to death, from cradle to grave. They will promise you transportation padung sa eskwelahan, tuition para pag-eskwela, bugas para sa pagkaon, and then lubnganan inig kamatay. If a politician is really serious, he will provide jobs for the people. And when people have jobs, they don't need politicians. The problema sa atong the problem with our country are the politicians. They are not the solution. And I'm running for politics. And so, mga kaigsuonan, don't be bought by ayuda. It will not solve your problem. Ang solusyon sa imong problema na animo, naas Ginoo, wala sa mga politicians. Ang problema naa sa mga politicians.
You said, trabaho ang gikinahanglan para sa mga tao, dili ayuda. But there are a lot of available jobs in the market. The problem is somehow dunay mismatch sa labor force o sa available nga trabaho. And what do you think is the solution to that?
I have a bracelet. Kining a bracelet. Kung tanaw nimo ni sir, usa kini sa ka bracelet nga it's shaped like a fish. And it's made out of paper, recycled paper, by poor women. Instead of just giving them fish, we teach them how to fish. You talk about mismatch. From this very simple way, we teach people how to become self-sustaining. And this fish bracelet is made out of recycled paper. So we recycle, reuse, repurpose, restore, and we redeem. We turn trash to treasure, junk to jewel, waste to wealth, garbage into gold. This symbolizes our belief that the solution to poverty is trade, not aid. Not giving people fish, but teaching them how to fish. As a politician, my main job is to help match these things. And politicians stay away from that. They focus on ayuda. My focus should be is to invite as many investors to come to the Philippines and to establish companies that will provide jobs for our people. Once our people have jobs, the politicians will be insignificant. What makes politicians karon so important is that ang mga tao ay trabaho. Magsalig sila sa ayuda. Ang buhaton unta sa mga politicians, tagaan nilang trabaho mga tao, ang problema niya na they will no longer be important. In rich countries, politicians are second class. They're not followed by the people. People don't worship them. Politicians are ignored. Why? Because people have jobs. The objects of traditional politicians is to be in power, to stay important and stay relevant. And the way to do that is to keep people poor.
Well said. Your message, unless you still have other programs that you want to share with our viewers, Mr. Cariaga, sir.
Like I said, the solution to poverty is not aid but trade. Teaching people how to fish, not just giving people fish. Aid is just a band-aid. It's a temporary solution to a permanent problem. It doesn't build dignity, create self-sustainability. It leads to dependency. Africa has been receiving aid by the billions of dollars for decades every year. Today, Africa, for the most part, is just as poor as they were 50 years ago. China, focus on trade. Today, they're the second most powerful nation in the world. They're the fastest growing economy. They're taking over the world. Politicians, if they care about their people, should help their people have jobs. Focus their energy on trade, not aid. Solve long-term problems like water and jobs. Trabaho o tubig. If we do that, the Philippines can become self-sustaining.
Thank you very much, Mr. Salvador Cariaga, one of the congressional candidates for the 4th District of Cebu. Thank you for watching. Stay informed. Protect the Cebu vote. Know your candidate. I'm Fred Langido. Good afternoon.
The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman. The May 2025 election is just around the corner. Do you really know the candidates who want to lead you? For years, the Freeman has brought you Know Your Candidate, your trusted platform to meet the candidates, hear their plans, and get the answers that matter. Your vote shapes our future. Stay informed, stay empowered. Catch Know Your Candidate, only here at the Freeman.